Hey everybody, it's me, Alex Garcia, aka the COG, coming at you straight from Clique.com. You know what time it is. Best day of the week, new comic book day. Happy Wednesday, everybody. And we got ourselves kind of a historical day upon us, right? First time in forever that something has happened. And it all starts with Deadpool, Batman #1 from Marvel and DC. And we got a slew of creators from all the covers and all these great stories. Main story we got is Deadpool and Batman teaming up against the Joker, done by Zeb Wells and Greg Capullo on the art. It's great seeing Greg doing Batman again, seeing him draw the Joker, and he draws a hell of a Deadpool. Shocker. Guys, this book is kind of historical. First time in 20 years that we're gonna have Marvel and DC doing a book together. I honestly wasn't all that excited for this until I seen it on the shelves, and then it just kind of hit me. It was like, history is happening in my face, and it even got me thinking, like, why don't Marvel and DC do this every year? It could be like a yearly event, like a free comic book day, Marvel and DC day. Make it happen, guys, because as this wasn't the greatest issue, but it was fun. It made you just want to enjoy comics. The Deadpool Batman story is okay. I mean, how much can you expect really from a one-shot book where you're sandwiching all these ideas together? But the best part is just seeing the art, seeing, the one-liners, seeing these characters on the same pages. There's a great story in here there's also a bunch of side stories in the back. We got Captain America and Wonder Woman teaming up, and some people aren't liking that story. I'm loving it just because I'm a romantic. You got Steve Rogers taking the place of Steve Trevor in Wonder Woman, and they go through history fighting, and it's a quick, sweet story. There's a great Jeff the Land Shark and Crypto story done by Kelly Thompson, and the art is beautiful. You got Frank Miller doing 3 pages of the Dark Knight Returns Batman fighting Old Man Logan in that Frank Miller style. You got a great Kevin Smith story of him doing his classic Daredevil and Green Arrow. And then you got also the first appearance of a new kind of, I guess, amalgam, if you would say, character called Logo. I'll let you figure out who that's a blend of. But this was a lot of fun to read, guys. This was a lot of fun to flip through. The covers, I did not go with cover A, I went with the Logo mashup, but there's so many covers. If I had infinite pockets over here, I would have definitely picked up a few other ones. The Art Germ cover is, as always, beautiful, but not quite up to my standard, but it's a beautiful cover. The Pepe Larraz cover is another winner. The Greg Capullo cover of Batman and Deadpool, it's a wraparound cover, beautiful cover, and so many others. Let me know what you guys picked up. And honestly, like I said, I almost skipped out on this, but this is history, guys. This is 20 years we waited for a Marvel DC book, and honestly, after reading it, I want to see this every year, or at least every couple years. Like, put it on the schedule. Make it okay, it's time for Marvel and DC to do another mashup book, because I'll be honest with you, I'm even more excited now, because I wasn't excited at all, for the DC one, where they're doing Batman Deadpool, and they got Grant Morrison putting out that story. I think DC is going to outshine Marvel in this case, so make this an event to look forward to. Comic fans, we need stuff like this, and I think the industry needs this. So keep it going, guys, because this was fun. This was a lot of fun. Makes you really appreciate comics. Don't miss out. Let's jump to Uncanny X-Men #21 by Gail Simone and Luciano Vecchio. And guys, this is concluding that quick little 2-part story where we got Ransom and Wolverine teaming up to basically flesh out the backstory of Ransom. They go down to Argentina. We find out that Ransom's dad is behind all this craziness. The artwork by Luciano Vecchio is beautiful in this. He's really stepping up, filling in those shoes of David Marquez, but David Marquez does give us this beautiful cover this month. And this was fun. This was a fun story. Who doesn't like to see a good Wolverine scrap issue? And it's like Wolverine's got a new buddy. And for a change, it's not a female character, right? So it's in the past, it's always been Shadowcat or Jubilee. Now he's got Ransom. And this was a lot of fun, and this leads directly into the Age of Revelation. How good that's going to be, we shall see. But this was a great issue. Don't miss out. Let's jump into that Ultimate Universe. We got Ultimates number 16 by Dennis Camp and Juan Frigeri. Apologize. This was a different kind of issue. I was not anticipating this kind of an issue. The Ultimate Universe under Dennis Camp, he's been really churning out having the Avengers character show up. In this, it was all from the perspective of a regular person, right? We have what seems like a regular character, even though I have a feeling this character is not going to just be a regular character. My prediction is it's probably going to be some variation of Miss Marvel. We'll see. And where we see what it is that the regular day-to-day person deals with in the regular universe, and how basically the Maker and his cabal quell the craziness that goes on with just regular folk. This was kind of like behind the curtain of that universe, but it also, because Dennis Camp does this so well, it also makes you think, ooh, is this kind of like how it is in our real world right now? Maybe a little bit. But this was a great issue. Definitely swings the story a bit and keeps us going, because we all know we got that Maker guy is gonna pop up anytime now, and we're about 2-3 months away from the ultimate end game, and this is a nice way to get right into it. Don't miss this issue. And speaking of issues you definitely don't want to miss, Black Panther number 20 by Brian Hill and Stefano Caselli. We know that after last issue, it seems like T'Challa had to go on this spirit quest where he's literally being led by Bast through his realm and shown that, look, vibranium is not what made you great, and it's not something you're supposed to worship. You're supposed to work with it. It's supposed to be with you, but you don't need it. Wakanda is awesome without it. And it's wonderful seeing him come out of this shell and just refound himself, rediscovered his purpose, and is now driven to do what he needs to do. The artwork in this issue is stunning. Caselli really just stepped up with this issue, and it's refreshing. And this is all leading into that ultimate end game. This was good stuff for everybody who felt like this comic was very slow paced. Woo, this issue takes off with it, and I can't wait to see where it goes. Don't miss it. And guys, let's jump into Amazing Spider-Man. This book is cooking for me, guys. Amazing Spider-Man number 12, Joe Kelly and Ed McGuinness, not just on the cover, but on the interiors. And this issue was great. Guys, I'm gonna go out and say it because I guarantee you it's all over the net already. We got 2 people impersonating Spider-Man. One person taking over the Peter Parker duties and one person taking over the Spider-Man duties. We got our boy Ben Reilly being Peter Parker and taking his duties with his new company. But people are already noticing the little cracks that, like, is Peter becoming more of a jackass, or is he just not him? And all the Spider Fellows know, hey man, this Spider-Man that's running around, that is not Peter. Who is it? And they jump on his ass because it is none other than Norman Osborn, trying to be the goody two-shoes. Peter recently told him, hey man, you're really good at doing this good guy stuff. So he says, well, Peter's missing, I'm gonna do the good guy stuff. Very fun issue, shows just how good Norman Osborn can be as Spider-Man, but how bad he can be at it as well. Fun issue, artwork so good, and it seems like from here on in we're probably gonna go month back and forth, because we know Pete is in space. So next month we're gonna have a Pete in space issue, so it's probably gonna go back and forth. Joe is weaving this tale between space and groundwork. We're gonna see how it all comes together. I'm really enjoying this, and it was really fun realizing, man, we probably have way too many Spider characters right now. Wouldn't have minded if Norman like caved in the head of one of these guys just to thin down the numbers. But besides that, fantastic issue. Check it out. Let's jump over to Image. We got G.I. Joe number 11 by Josh Williamson and Andrea Milana. This concludes the Baroness and CoverGirl story. The fight between the Baroness and Major Blood. Crazy. I did not see that conclusion to that fight coming. We also get to see what's going on with Clutch and Hound, because again, now all the Energon Universe stuff is all colliding, and seeing Hound basically take it to Cobra was a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see what's going on next, because it seems like we're getting more new characters, as well as that covert team is making its way into the story. Josh Williamson continues to kill it on G.I. Joe, and don't miss out, because now we got Robert Kirkman jumping onto Transformers. He's still killing it on Void Rivals. Guys, if you're behind on this Energon Universe stuff, please catch up. Let's talk about these books. Awesome stuff. Now let's jump over to Dynamite. We got Herculoids number 8 by Tom Stangowski and Craig Rousseau. And guys, this issue really cements home what Tom is doing in the pages of Herculoids. You know, before, if you grew up on Herculoids like I did back in the Cartoon Network days, every episode was just, you know, oh, how can these animals beat up some crazy aliens and kick them to the side? We never got the origins. And the origin we finally get, and it seems like it's a true origin. Probably going to find out not everything's perfectly true what they say in this issue, but this was a fun origin issue that explains where the family comes from and how it is that they were able to raise up these animals and make a team of these crazy animals. Fun stuff, and also heartbreaking. The ending of this, it's something that, you know, you see sometimes occur in the old cartoons, but this is the first time they've been this separated, I think. Heart-wrenching, especially if you're a parent. It's hard to watch. You know, nobody ever wants to see that happen. Don't miss this issue. It's game-changing for the Herculoids, and I really can't wait to see how Tom's just going to keep the story going. So, great stuff. And last but certainly not least, we got David Pepose and Iman Casalos continuing to kill it on Captain Planet and the Planeteers. This is issue number 5. We got Captain Pollution, aka Plunder, against, finally we got Captain Planet making his reappearance, because the Planeteers have finally gotten their heads out of their asses and realized the craziness that's happening. David, you just, what can I say? Captain Planet was one of those sneaky cartoons back in the day that got kids to caring about the planet. It was, even when you look back on it, it was corny, but you are making Captain Planet fun, reverent, and just cool again. I keep saying it because even when I picked this up from my local comic shop, people sometimes say, oh, you're picking up that corny as Captain Planet, but everybody, even as they say it's corny, you have those fond memories, and you're taking those fond memories and just adding so much depth to it. So thank you, David. Thank you, Aman. You guys are killing on this book, and I really hope that the next issue is not the last issue. I really hope it's just the end of volume 1, because I want to keep reading more stories of Captain Planet and the Planeteers. So thank you guys. Thank you, Dynamite, for putting out this book. Great stuff. And that's what I picked up for this week. I meant to also pick up the Assorted Crisis Events trade. It went right over my head. Great Dennis Camp book that I was not able to pick up all the issues, but I definitely want to pick up that trade, and I recommend that you guys pick up that trade. I'll definitely be picking it up probably next week, along with a few other things. Maybe I'll pick up some more covers of the Deadpool Batman. Let me know what covers you guys picked up. Let's talk about this, because this is like I said, historical. This is going to be talked about for a long time. I mean, think about those amalgam issues. Think about Justice League Avengers. Think about how big this was. So I have a feeling this is going to be of that magnitude that even 20 years from now, people are going to remember when this book came out. So good stuff. Let's keep the conversation going, guys. Make sure you like and share and follow us everywhere. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on X, we're on Instagram. We're all over the place. So make sure you're following us, guys. Comment below. Let me know what books you picked up. Let me know what I missed out on. Let me know, hey, tell me how wrong I am about my picks. Love to talk about it, because that's what comics are all about, right? They battle it. Our heroes and villains battle on the pages. We can battle it out in the comments and have ourselves a good time. Guys, so as always, thank you for spending your time with me. Keep print alive. Read more comics. Thank you, guys. Until next time.